Harper, and student athletes Hannah Wilkerson, Desiree Phillips, and Tiana Snow. We'll begin with an opening statement by Coach Harper, followed by questions for the student athletes. The student athletes will then be dismissed, and you can direct your questions to Coach Harper. So, Coach, please start us off.
Well, I'm proud of this group of young ladies, and I thought we really played with a lot of energy tonight, and there's no doubt that we were able to win this game on the defensive end. With the shooting percentages low, we really relied on our defense, and we changed up our defense a few times. I thought our players were very active. I thought they communicated well and executed our game plan.
Questions for the student athletes?
There was a three-pointer that you hit there in the second half that took a one-point game and really came at a good time and extended it. Could you talk about that, and then just also the run your team was able to go on after that?
I just really felt in the rhythm, so I really just tried to take good shots. And it's really, I give thanks to my teammates for looking for me on the transition. So.
Yes.
Hannah, can you talk about 21 offensive rebounds? How much did that help you kind of get in a rhythm when you guys weren't able to make the first shot? You were often able to make the second or the third one.
We definitely, that was one of our focuses going into the game, is to get extra shots. And Najee, she worked so hard down there, and I think she ended up with 10 rebounds, and a lot of them were offensive. And everyone was going to the boards and crashing really hard.
How did you feel changing the tempo in the second half? Because it seems like you went kind of to another level.
We just needed to push the ball there. I think in the first half we were a little bit slow, kind of had maybe some slow legs at the first. And when we picked it up, we kind of wore them down, and then they started getting silly fouls, and we were going to the free throw line, knocking free throws down.
Any further questions for the student athletes?
Tiana, you guys were able to limit Pierre to 5 points, I think. How important was that, just to be able to slow her down after what you did to you guys last time?
That was really important. It was part of our game plan, and I think we executed it very well. Going out there and doing what Coach Kelly said, limiting post touches. She touched it a couple times, but every time she did, we did our best to go down there and get it out, or limit her offensive rebounds, which is something she does really well. So I think we executed what we came out here to do.
Tiana, how did you feel really taking it inside? Because it seemed like in that second half that was your mindset, that you were taking it to the bucket.
I felt like a kindergartner because I couldn't make one, but that was what my coaches tell me to do. That's what my strong suit is, and in order for us to win, I have to do what I'm good at. I can't go out there and work on things that I need to perfect right now, so I think that me going to the basket is what's good for our team.
Okay, student athletes, you're dismissed. Coach Harper will take any questions now.
Coach, can you just talk about the defense on Pierre? What was the plan to trap her right away?
Well, what we wanted to do was, as T said, we wanted to limit her touches. And she's such a good basketball player, as is Washington, to be quite honest with you. We wanted to really have the whole team focused on those players. So our post players were really working to front, but everybody was very alert to where she was, so we were really collapsing in if the ball was coming that way.
You guys only you guys only shot 21% in the first half, but you got up to 50% in the second half. What changed in your game plan to get those shots?
Well, I think we were able to push the ball up and get some layups. Some of that was created off our defense. We changed our defense, and I think that really got us going. Desiree's three, I thought, was really huge for us. It almost knocked the lid off the bucket, really, that we needed. And thought we executed well a few possessions to get good looks and good shots. So, I think we were rushing, not composing ourselves on the offensive end in the first half. And, we were getting good looks. We just weren't ready to score when we got inside.
Coach, did this kind of play out like the last time you guys met, maybe a slow second half, but then you're able to kind of pull away in the second half?
Yeah, I think this is very similar to how our second game went with them. I think both teams were, relatively close in scoring in the first 3 quarters of the game the last time we met, and then we really went on a spurt. And I thought we did the same thing tonight. Once we made a couple of baskets, we got a lot of momentum. We got a lot played off of that, had a lot of energy, and we were able to take a small lead and put some distance between us and Southern Illinois in a very short amount of time.
Coach, it was an 8-point game when Hannah hit the three-pointer with 4:26 left. Talk about how big of a spark that was, and then also just your confidence in her ability, if she doesn't hit one of those long-range three-pointers, to keep shooting.
Well, Hannah shoots a good percentage, and if you just watch her shooting them out there, you might question some of those shots because she shoots it so far, but statistically she makes them, and we think if we can get her a shot, she needs to shoot it. And I believe that one was off of an offensive board and a kick out maybe, and I think that's a really good time. The coach was talking about on the bench, that's a good time to shoot the three, and I'll be honest with you, I like to get her open. We're shooting a very poor percentage, and she shoots it well, so you want her to have some looks.
She had a good floor game for you, too.
I thought Hannah played really well. I thought she controlled things offensively. I thought she had a pretty good game defensively as well in terms of being where she needed to be. I really like it when Hannah's on the same page with me and really commanding the team. And, her senior leadership really came through.
What about Wichita tomorrow? Another crack at it.
Yeah, obviously this is March Madness. It's why you play games. They don't just award something to a team and call it a day. You got to go out and play the game. So for us, we're excited because it means we're still playing, and they're a great basketball team. There's no doubt about it. They are very good on the defensive end. They've got skilled players offensively, so it's a huge challenge for our team. But we'll step on the court believing we can win, and you don't have a chance if you don't do that.
We'll take a final question in the back.
Thanks. Is there something in particular that you're going to concentrate tomorrow when you hit Wichita again that maybe you didn't do the first couple of days ago?
Can't tell you that. No, I'm just kidding. We'll have a game plan that we'll go in, and obviously for us, we've got to take care of the basketball. There's no doubt that was a huge detriment to our team the last time we played them. So taking care of the basketball now, how we're going to do that, we'll figure that out between now and the game, hopefully. But I think we have some other things we can throw at them. Can't do a whole lot new between tonight and tomorrow, but I think the biggest thing right now is to have our players come out, play hard, play with a lot of energy, and believe that they can compete with that team.
Thank you, Coach. Is head coach Cindy Stein, student athletes Diana Pierre and Jordan Courier. Again, we'll follow the same format, an opening statement from the coach, then questions for the student athletes, they'll be dismissed, and then we will take questions for the head coach.
I thought today's game just came down to making shots. I thought our defense was doing what we wanted it to do. I felt like if we could have hit some of those easy bunnies, I felt like we were in the game. And then things snowballed. They hit a couple threes on us. We let them have some offensive boards, and way too many offensive boards throughout the game. But I felt like we had cleaned that up, especially in the first half, and gathered ourselves back up. But our inability to hit a shot in the second half just was definitely our demise.
Questions for the student athletes, please?
Jordan, can you just talk about you were able to hit some threes in the first half? How'd you feel shooting out there, and why do you think you guys struggled in the second half to get it going?
I just came out trying to have as much energy as I could. If I had an open shot, I took it. Second half, I feel like we all struggled putting the ball in the basket. That was pretty big for us.
Any further questions?
Diana, it looked like you had a lot of shots in close. They just found the back of the rim most of the time today. Why do you think you just struggled tonight?
It was just tough putting the ball in the basket. You know, I was trying to find my touch, you know, because I missed the first two in the beginning of the game, you know, and it was just hitting the rim, coming out. There's nothing I could do about it.
If you two could both just talk about the offensive rebounds, the second chance points. You did the work the first shot, but it just struggled to finish off the possessions on the defensive end.
Yeah, that was one thing we talked about. Scouting them, we knew that they could rebound, and we just needed to get more people in there to fight for the rebound because they go in really hard, and we needed to go in just as hard as they did.
Works out, definitely.
Yeah.
No further questions? Okay, student athletes, you're dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, ladies.
And the floor is now open for questions for Coach Stein.
Coach, can you just talk about the second chance points and just struggle and rebound tonight?
Did you get a haircut? Excellent. I didn't recognize you. Yeah, second chance points killed us. I think that that's kind of been an Achilles heel, getting this team to play as physical as we need to. Offensive rebounding and obviously boxing out on the defensive end for us is just, it's a physical part of the game that we're still having to get better. This is a team that Missouri State, they're very aggressive. I like the way they play as far as their aggressiveness. They're very physical. It's definitely something we knew we had to keep under wraps, and unfortunately we didn't.
Any more questions?
Slow down.
He can't type that fast.
And Coach, you get within 7 and just didn't score the rest of the game. Was it the 2-3 zone? Was that something you struggled with, do you think? Or
You know, it's funny because we scored so well and so quickly off of it to start with, and then I think they increased their aggressiveness. They made some adjustments, and we didn't. And that's something, you know, you run out of timeout sometimes trying to make the adjustments that you need for each thing. And I think Missouri State did an excellent job of keeping us off balance with it, defending it different ways. You know, sometimes they defended the back pass, sometimes they didn't. You know, you got to give a lot of credit to them. But I think it puts so much pressure on your offense when you can't hit a shot. I mean, we couldn't even get to the line. So, you know, we didn't get to the line very much. We weren't hitting shots. We didn't get some of the calls we thought, you know, maybe if we penetrated on them, and then we forced a bad shot. And like I said, those kind of things snowball with a team that is learning so much along the way. But I am proud of our team. I thought they continued to fight. And, you know, Diana Pierre's had a tremendous career. And we've got her back for a couple more years, which is awesome. You know, and Sydney and Jordan have been a great 4 years. You know, they've been through some rough times, but I think that I think they've still had fun this year, and I think that those are positives. I hope they enjoyed their season. We had some good moments, and unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to them. But, I'm proud of their effort tonight.
You kind of have a tough draw, coming into a new team. How much do you think you were able to put some building blocks in this year for next year and the future?
Well, I think our team understands what is now what they need to do. I think they have such a better understanding of that. Obviously, as a coach, you always reiterate that, sometimes at a higher level than others. But I think if they don't, they're going to get lost along the way. But I think we have a pretty good foundation set. I think we look obviously very forward to having Rashonda, Cartasia, and Alexis back, and then Kylie Gorski being able to be healthy. I think those four. I think it hurt today that we didn't have a lot of depth in Missouri State. I saw that. I think they played everybody in the first half. I thought, they pretty much just kind of ran us out of the gym the second half because they just kept bringing fresh legs in, and we weren't fresh.
No further questions? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.